You want to know the truth, Whitney? I'm in the shade because it is just way too hot out in the sun. 70 degrees is hot. I've been saying that all week long, and I'm not going to stop saying it. It is hot outside. Or we could call it perfect. Today winds up being my ideal day, but if you like it a bit warmer as we head into the weekend, the forecast is for you. It's looking like a warm weekend, and by next week, we'll be able to call this kind of our first somewhat of a heat wave. Heat wave all depends on where you are. Temperatures about 10 degrees above normal for more than 3 days is what we would call it. Not quite there, but getting close. Let's go ahead and talk about what we got going on, because across much of the region, temperatures pretty close to 70. That's eastern Washington and North Idaho. Out in central Washington, already up close to 80 degrees. It is a beautiful one. And as we head through the next few days, well, how about this for you? Temperatures up near 80 on Saturday, mid 80s on Sunday. It is going to be yet another hot, warm, sunny, dry Hoopfest weekend. Yesterday I was saying, if you told me this 2 weeks ago, I'd have said no chance for this kind of sunny and hot. But here it is, summer has arrived, and it sticks around as we head into next week. I mean, check this out. Monday, up in the 90s, and they'll start to cool down. We'll get a little bit of a break from some of this heat, but it doesn't last all that long. Basically, what winds up happening is the trough moves out, our cold air mass moves out. We build in all that heat from the south, and then as that heat builds, well, it eventually moves. We take that heat, we sweep it out to the east. That opens the door for another trough to build in, and that's what winds up cooling us down next week. And next week, it does look like we find a little bit of a reprieve from some of this scorching weather that's going to take over as we head into the weekend. So just know there is a bit of an end in sight. We might catch a bit of moisture as a storm moves by, but that thing stays up in Canada. For the most part, we stay dry and sunny. Take a look at the 7-day. It is nothing but sunshine. You're hard pressed to even find a few clouds, and that's as we get into next week and get our next trough moving through. So when it comes to Tuesday, Wednesday, and even Thursday, that dip in the mercury, cooler temps, actually comes from a storm moving by, very similar to what we saw on Wednesday. You're going, we didn't see a storm on Wednesday. We actually did. That storm was up to our north in Canada, and we wound up getting a couple of clouds, and that was it. So when it comes to the heat, well, it continues to build this weekend. We're talking a scorcher just in time for Hoopfest. And keep in mind, when we haven't felt this kind of heat in some time, I'm gonna sound like that guy who's telling you to drink a lot of water and be prepared for it, but that's the truth. You're gonna wanna be prepared, because as we head into the weekend, if you're outside exerting yourself, it's just been way too long since we've felt this kind of warmth, Whitney.